The Chief Executive of Letshego here in Kenya. There is Charles Njoroge. Thank you so much for joining us. There's quite a lot that we can say about President Uhuru's visit to Botswana, but what exactly stood out for you? How exactly would you say Setswana businesses are doing in Kenya today?
Absolutely. I think it was a great visit for the president to go to Botswana. And he came back with quite some very good goodies. From a diplomatic angle, I think he was able to score in the sense that work permit, which has been a problem all along, will be sorted out shortly based on the communique that came from that meeting. So from a diplomatic angle, quite a great job. And this goes also to bring into focus what we also did with South Africa. We removed the transit visa. So from a diplomatic point of view, great job. When you look at trade and investments, again, the fact that KQ will now be will increase the frequency from 3 times a week to more, and then to be able to fly within country. I think that's also a great score for the visit.
All right, but do you think that the air services agreement was limiting Kenya Airways from, flying to other cities around Botswana?
Absolutely, they do. Very few countries can allow you to do local flying, and this really gives, I think, Kenya Airways a blank check as far as Botswana is concerned.
Right.
That's why I say, from an investment point of view, this was a great visit. But beyond that, Botswana has also looked now in the north. And it's a heavy investor actually here in this country. We have Letshego, Kenya, which they bought into Micro-Africa in 2014 and established their base in Kenya. As you know, the leading supermarket called Choppies is coming to Kenya shortly. And that gives you an overview of the kind of investments that will be coming from Botswana to Kenya.
All right. There's quite a lot as well that we have been looking at. The president also went and signed some MOUs and agreements in regard to mining, in regard to the manufacturing industry, as well as water and tourism. But then again, when it comes to financial services, one would actually think, that's way out of this world. How do we have a Setswana company in Kenya providing financial services to Kenyans with a market that is almost oversaturated with financial service provision? So how would you say Letshego has been doing for the time that it has been in Kenya?
Absolutely. Let me say that we've been able to transform lives actually through innovative microfinance. As you indicated earlier, we've been able to provide over 146,000 loans in this market, worth around 10.5 billion shillings. And when you look at where we are going in the next 3-4 years, we plan to disburse over 27.5 billion shillings in Kenya only. Now, that gives you an impression of a very stable, serious investor who is going to put resources in this market. But we do not only do financial services. We do innovative, inclusive financial services in this market, in the sense that we found a niche in the affordable low-cost housing sector, and that's where 50% of the investments we are going to make in this country will be the low-cost affordable housing sector. But most importantly, we've also invested in innovation, because frankly, the financial services sector in this market, as you've indicated, is very, very competitive. If you do not come with a proposition that gives value to the customer, and brings out a need and a purpose, then penetrating Kenya is very difficult. Right. But that's what Letshego has done. It has a very clear focus on what it wants to do in this market. It has cut its niche in this market. And that's why on 2nd June this year, we launched Letshego in this country. And we're looking for better things for Kenyans in time to come in terms of financial service provision.
All right. It seems that you are paying quite a lot of focus on the middle income earners, or should we say the youthful workers in the country today. And some of your targets are aligned towards the youth. But then again, I would want to know what kind of investments, for the people who take the loans, what kind of investments are they getting into? Are they getting into already oversaturated industries, or they are looking to innovate? They are looking to be unique in, the investments that they're making?
We come from a background where we believe youth are bankable. And we go beyond that and ask ourselves, so how can we finance the youth? And we realized that without putting innovation into perspective, trying to work with them to do what they do best, then you cannot be able to penetrate that sector of our society. Yet, they need financial services from where we sit. Now, coming from a background where they've been neglected, in the past, if you do not digitize or innovate in terms of how we deliver that financial service to them, then it becomes a challenge. But we are going beyond that as an institution.
Right.
And we're asking ourselves, so what are the other financial needs that we have in this country? So as we focus in the youth, we also focus on agriculture. We are doing a lot of clean energy loans in this market, like biogas loans. If you go to Githunguri or Rimuru or Rift Valley, you'll find quite a lot of biogas digesters that we've been able to do in this market, investing in clean energy loans. But beyond that, we also do water tank loans. You wouldn't imagine in lower eastern Kenya the need for water stress, the water stress that is available in that kind of a market. Right. We're able to address it from a financial need point of view. So we have a buffet of financial solutions that we're providing in this market. And that's what Leseho has come to do and deliver in this market.
All right. Adventure tourism, is that one of the reasons you are seeing more people taking loans from you to invest in the tourism industry?
Let me say yes, it's, I wouldn't call it adventure tourism. I think it's picking up now. But yes, the tourism sector is vibrant in this country. And we have a product also that is able to address the tourism sector as well. And as I said earlier, we have a buffet of financial solutions that includes the tourism sector. But now, as you had seen, the minister said there is a lot of improvement in the tourism sector in this country. I see a lot of engagement financially now and in time to come as far as the sector is concerned.
Okay. So for the time that Leseho has been in Kenya, how's business going for you? Are you looking at expansion? Are you looking at other opportunities going forward?
Indeed, our strategic ambition in Kenya as Leseho is very clear. We want to be a market leader and a partner of choice in the provision of innovative, profitable, appropriate, customer-focused financial solutions in this market. And we are a credit-only entity as of now, and we are working very hard to ensure that we get into the regulation space in the next 1 or 2 years. Already we made baby steps towards that direction, because that way then we get a very good grounding to take this franchise to the next level.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for speaking to us, Charles Njoroge, who is the Chief Executive Officer for Leseho here in Kenya. That is a Botswana financial services company operating here in the country. Let's now take a short break. We'll be back with more later on. We're going to be speaking to Daniel Kamau, who is the Executive Director at the Fusion Capital, and he is in charge of the real estate, that is the Development Real Estate Investment Trust. We're going to be speaking to him as well about the D-rate and what exactly it is about, what we need to know about it, and what are the investment opportunities available in this specific sector. Do stay with us.